These are some Dinar Guru updates, starting off with Claire article quote, Iraqi Parliament responds to U.S. State Department. Your interference in budget is unacceptable. Another quote, on Wednesday, the U.S. State Department urged Iraqi Parliament to expedite the passage of Iraq's federal budget. We have worked with the federal government of Iraq and the Kurdistan Regional Government to reach a permanent budget agreement. State Department spokesman Matthew Miller said in a press briefing at the department. The Foreign Relations Committee in Iraqi Parliament responded on Thursday to the U.S. State Department statements. The statements of the U.S. State Department are unacceptable. All right, Militiaman has an article quote, the Central Bank Tower project in Baghdad and Grand Port is Basra among the list of the most important mega projects in the world for the year 2025. I don't know about you guys, but that's pretty big. Anybody out there has a fresh new picture of the Central Bank of Iraq from a distance, so you can see that the cranes are down and all that, and that'll be pretty exciting for me, says Militiaman. Frank 26 says the HCL, like the budget, those two things will expose the new exchange rate. HCL and the budget will be the first indicator of the new exchange rate, in my opinion. All right, Jeff says PM Sadani went to the UK, Britain to put together a massive trade MOU agreement worth billions of dollars. A very large trade agreement. It definitely will require the rate change in order to implement that. Right, Claire article quote, in London, Iraq signs new memoranda of understanding with British companies in various fields. Quote, in the British capital, London, a ceremony was held to sign a number of memoranda of understanding between Iraqi public and private sectors and a number of British companies and institutions in a number of fields in the presence of the deputy prime ministers. Mark Z via PDK question. It supposedly was on Forex at 419. However, when I went back to look at it again, I couldn't find it. Did anyone else see it? Mark Z says most of the rates we are seeing on the IQD now is close to $4. Still believe the dong will be in the low $2 range. We won't know for certain until we are at the banks. Militiaman says, I don't have to be the first person when the dinar goes. That's fine. When it goes, I'm going to be a happy man. I'll be a happy family too. There's going to be a bright future. All right, Frank 26 says, I'm extremely excited because that's the third reading of the budget amendment. It's basically guaranteed. Why would I say such a thing? Because if they don't do the third reading, 15 days later, the budget is exposed. It exposes everything, and once it does, then you got to figure out float or basket. All right, Bruce via Wiser Now. Does President Trump have to be inaugurated as president for us to get the RV? Bruce says, I've been told no, he does not have to be back in as president for this to happen, so we're pushing it closely. We're getting there, but let's see what happens in the next few days.